Good afternoon to all of you. I'll just check whether I'm online or not, and after that we'll start. All right. Okay, so I can see I'm online.
দুটোতে তো কিছুই হয় না, দুটোতে হাওয়া বেরোয়।
Okay, so I'm online, so let's start. So today is a decision making, and then I'll be talking about previous year questions on decision making. Okay. So before I start, I'll urge all of you to like, share, and subscribe, and then please click on the bell icon. Okay, so these are some batches which have just started or starting. One is 18 December, CAT 2022 का batch है, start हो गया है. 22nd December, so today it is started. One is for 2022, another is for SNAP. Okay, so as you know, then SNAP is there. SNAP is having three slots, right? So one slot is over, the rest two slots are there. Okay. अच्छा. Now, this is a description of Plus subscription at Unacademy. So, if you are targeting for CAT 2022, then you can go for 12 months or 18 months subscription. And if you are targeting for CAT 2023, then you go for 24 months subscription. Okay. And this is uh, this is the code you can use, and if you use this code, you get 10% off on the price, whatever is visible. Similarly, this is the iconic subscription. So iconic subscription is all benefits of Plus will be there, and apart from that, live doubt solving will be there, and live concept discussion will be there, and live mentorship by top B school graduates. So that means all are one to one. That means one student to one mentor. So, and then you can book these slots at your convenient time or time or convenient slots, right? So that's an extra benefit you have, right? So once again, whatever be the price written over here, if you use this code, you can get 10% off. For iconic subscription, you get some extra hours, right? So you can go through that. Okay, so if you are writing XAT 2022, I hope you are writing, and that's why you are visible over here, I believe, right? So the mock tests are available over here, and the analysis and the strategy sessions, all those are also available over here. Okay. So that decision making special combat is there on 25th December 12 p.m. 21 questions and 60 minutes. So you can write that. Some special offer is there, but this offer is valid till today, 22nd of December. If you go for 12 months subscription, you can get 2 months subscription free. And if you go for 24 months subscription, you can get 2 months subscription free. So effectively, it comes out to be 26 months and it will be 14 months. So this will cover your CAT as CAT 2022 as well as OMETs. This can cover your CAT 2023 and OMETs. Okay. So that is how it is. So there's a very powerful feature available. There's an ask a doubt feature available. So that means this will help you to have the learning smooth, hassle-free, smooth, right? Smooth in the sense that whenever you study, if you have a doubt, so you can just send the doubt, and then you can get the answer, right? So it is something like this. So what you can do is you send the doubts. You take a picture and send the doubts. You can send the doubts at a time, three doubts. At a time, three doubts can be uh, three doubts can be sent, and you can get the answer in your preferred language. Okay, so this is how it is. That's a good one. Okay, now let's start with our with our decision making previous year questions, right? So before I start with the questions, I'll just talk about how to solve the question. So that is much more important than solving the question, right? So if I know that how to solve the question, then the things will be much more comfortable for all of us, right? Now let's see how to solve the question. Now there'll be always, well, whenever you solve, there'll be always a dilemma with respect to whether you should go for ethical or not, whether you should go for reasonable or not, whether you should go for practical or not, right? So all those things works, right? Now, definitely you should be ethical, you should be reasonable, you should be practical, right? But if you say the priority wise, say if you have a dilemma whether I should go for a practical decision or I should go for an ethical decision, so you should go for ethical decision. So ethics will be the most powerful thing, right? But it is the top priority, right? Then you can go for a, you can be a reasonable ones, and then you can go for a practical one. Now what do you mean by reasonable? Reasonable का मतलब क्या होगा? Reasonable can be normally which can happen. So normally which can happen means your reasonable decision will be positive. It should be suitable with respect to all stakeholders, right? So suitable with respect to all stakeholders in the question. So you just remember that. That's another important thing. Now, apart from all these, there are some more things available over here. You need to be careful in this. Now, here, if we look, you have a question as well as options, right? So, in question, you have got a situation. So, situation means the description is there, right? Now, with the help, so you have to read the description carefully, right? And minutely. Minutely in the sense each and every uh, detail should be clear to you, because when you look into the detailing of this uh, the description, then you actually get to know ki what is to be considered and what is not to be considered. So during the question, I'll just mark all those, right? So stay tuned with me. Okay. And then options are playing very important role, right? Why? Because out of the options, you have to choose the best option. So please remember that. You read the options, right? And then what you need to do is you have to connect the question with options. Because if you look at the question can have many answers. Now, the question is having, generally they have five options. So they have five options. Now, out of the five options, what is the best option? That will be your answer. So please remember that, right? And as I told you, that out of the options, the best option is to be chosen. That means it is not that what you feel is the correct one. What are the options available? Out of that, you need to find the best one. So you actually need to balance the whole thing, right? Okay. All right. So let's get into the question. All right. So let's get into the first question. The description is given in the top, and then the question is in black. The city of Yashmand is served by licensed taxis operating on officially sanctioned meter rates. So, licensed taxis operating on an officially sanctioned meter rate and driven by licensed drivers. The drivers are also licensed, taxis are licensed, and the meter rate is also sanctioned. Licensed drivers who do not own the taxis but put a monthly rent to the taxi owners. Now, these taxi drivers are not the taxi owners, right? They pay the rental to the taxi owners. So that means taxi owners are different, and then taxi drivers are different people. Shailesh Nair, the mayor of Yashman, perceived the most of these taxis do not offer sufficient comfort, sufficient comfort and safety to the passengers. So he has found out two things. One is comfort and safety. Sufficient comfort is there, but not sufficient comfort and safety to the passengers. So that is the mayor's what mayor has found out is that they do not offer sufficient comfort and safety. Now the question. What is the question? So this is the question. The mayor wants owners and drivers to care about comfort. Which of the following decisions, if taken, is most likely to increase the comfort level of passengers? Right. So, most likely to increase the comfort level of the passengers. So, which of the following decision will be taken if you feel that there is a chance that the comfort level of the passengers will increase? Now, one important thing over here you need to understand, right? Now, this taxi owners are not directly under control the uh, of the mayor, right? That's the first thing, right? Because taxi owners are not employees, right? And then the licensed drivers, these drivers are not also directly controlled by taxi owners, because these licensed drivers have taken the rent of the taxis and they pay the rental. So if you look at the relationship over here, the relationship is agent type of relationship, right? Master agent type of relationship. Principal agent type of relationship. ठीक है ना? All right. So it's not something like a master servant type of relationship. Okay, so please keep in mind. So when that this kind of relationship is there, say for example, if it's a franchisee, right? So you do not have a direct control, right? So then what to do? How do I tackle all this? So to tackle all those, I'll just tell you how to tackle the situations. There are two technical things you need to remember. One is it's actually incentive, but incentives are two ways. It is a positive incentive and you get a negative incentive. Let me give you some example. What is positive incentives and negative incentive? Say for example, say just an example. It's an Indian cricket team and BCCI told that if you win any match, you get say 10 lakh rupees, 10 lakh per match. And if you lose any match, so there is no penalty. Okay. So you have got a positive incentive only, right? So if you win, you get 10 lakh per match. And if you don't win, so nothing is there, right? Now, the other way around, if you look at negative incentive, it is something like this. If you win, no, nothing is given. If you lose, then from your salary, say 2 lakh rupees will be subtracted. So this is a negative incentive. Now, this you can understand very clearly if you see in an office, what happens is if an employee uh, reaches late, right? So if an employee reaches late, so for example, office rule is after 3 lates, the person will be penalized, right? So if you are going on time, so no incentive over there, positive incentive. But if you are going late, you have a negative incentive. That means you have a penalty. Okay. So these are technical things you need to understand. You will be learning this is in your MBA also. ठीक है ना? That incentive part, positive and negative incentive. So this kind of thing will happen when there is not a direct control, and then if you want to have a control on that. Now, Mayor wants that it should give some care of the comfort. Which of the following decision, if taken, is most likely to increase the comfort level of the passenger? Now, one thing I told you, please remember, out of the options, you have to choose the best option. Now, you can very well eliminate the options also, right? So, elimination is also another strong process, जो कि ये क्वेश्चन का आजू बाजू में भी नहीं आता है. देखो तो क्या होगा? What will happen? First, mayor, याद रखना, what is the agenda? Mayor wants the owner and drivers to take care of the comfort. Which of the following? So the question is comfort as of now. Comfort level of the passengers. To increase the comfort level of the passengers. Please remember. Comfort की बात कर रहे हैं. तो क्या decision लेना होगा? First, mayor issues a guideline that taxis will be randomly inspected by the police for the comfort level. So, inspected. So, what will happen? Is inspected. Comfort level is there. Okay. Comfort level is not there. Then also okay. Inspection के बाद क्या होगा? What will happen after inspection? Inspection is done. You have to take action after inspection, right? Yes or no? Inspect कर लिया है, right? Inspection is done, and then okay, comfort is there. Okay, comfort is not there. Then what? Comfort is not there. So it does not give a direction. It is half-hearted actually. What is the action to be taken? Right. So if you take this decision, right, then comfort level increase कैसे होगा? Right. How the comfort level will increase? So it is only checking. But this option I can very well say this cannot be the answer. I hope you are agreeing with this. If you are not agreeing, then you can write in the chat box, or you can write any comment in the chat box also if you are not satisfied with the explanation. The mayor ensures bank grant banks grant drivers loan to own a car. So banks grant drivers loan to own a car. Now, how do we know that the drivers who are interested to take loan and to own a car? Drivers may not be interested to own a car. Owner-driven cars generally offer greater comfort. So this may be okay, but how do I know that the drivers will be interested to take loan and to own a car? So this is also far away with respect to the situation, most likely. ठीक है ना? देखो, what you need to do, you need to go for some uh, I can say some you can say some uh, inspection or some parameter is to be done, and then if you go for some incentive, it can be a positive incentive, it can be a negative incentive. Say positive incentive means okay, comfort level is there, so that means you will be having some benefit, or okay, comfort level is not there, so you will be losing something, right? So those kind of thing has to be there, right? So comfort level is checked, then something to be offered. Achha, now see, the mayor introduces licensing of air-conditioned taxis, which can charge increased rates to the rich customers. Now, this is okay. Introducing air-conditioned taxis is all right. So, only problem in this option is so that rates to reach customers, so that it just caters a rich customers, right? Now, what is your question? Question is most likely to increase the comfort level of the passengers. Now, can you see this option C is actually talking about part of the passenger? A rich customers they are talking about. So option C is not talking about all customers. Otherwise, air conditioning may increase the comfort level. So these also I can say this should be far away, but if it is there, so it's okay. Otherwise, you can leave this because you can say no because it is talking about rich customers. But ये रख देते हैं. अच्छा, next is the mayor introduces a feedback system that records passengers' satisfaction with comfort level. Yeah, that's quite good because ये जो this will be okay because passengers are actually certifying whether there was a comfort in the taxi or not. Okay, so that feedback is done. So feedback will actually uh, check whether the comfort zone is there or not. And then this will affect renewal of annual taxi license. Okay. So there is a negative incentive or positive. There is an incentive. We don't know negative or positive. ठीक है ना? So the comfort level will be will be given by the passengers, and depending on the comfort level or feedback given by the passengers, the renewal will be affected. So this can be okay because feedback is taken and an action is also there. Renewal will be affected. Renewal होगा कि नहीं होगा, whether renewal will be given or not given, so that will be done. So this is okay. C and D are more or less are giving something, right? Now E, the mayor permits doubling metered rates, which will ensure enhanced income for owners to invest in greater comfort. So this is one-sided game. One-sided game is doubling meter rates. So meter rate is doubled, right? So that means passengers are shelling out more money, right? And what is the guarantee that the the owner will invest? What is the guarantee that owner will invest for greater comfort? Doubling of the meter rate need not that the owner will invest, right? So this also can be ruled out. So out of C and D, one what can be the best possible one? D will be feedback is taken and the action. The action is also given that affect the renewal of annual taxi license. And C is talking about mayor introduces licensing of air conditioned taxis, which can charge increased rates to the rich customers. So it is only talking about rich customers, not all the passengers. So that means I can very well, out of these two, I can very well say C can be eliminated and D can be a possible answer. ठीक है? All right. Okay. So here you go. D is the possible answer. Now let's look at the next question. The description is same. This is the question. So please look at the question and then accordingly. Okay. So what is the question? The mayor wants to involve the car owners in finding a solution to the problem of comfort and safety. So problem is comfort is not inadequate and sufficient, or safety is not also sufficient. So sufficient comfort and this. So that's what it is talking about. Okay, so sufficient comfort. So mayor wants to involve the car owners. He is concerned that customers may not be willing to pay more for safety. So he is assuming and he is telling that also that customers may not be willing to pay more for safety. Safety के लिए customers may not be paying more. Which of the following options below is most likely to convince the owners? Right. So owners are supposed to take care of comfort and safety, and the chance is very high that customers will not be paying more for safety. So which are the following options most likely to convince the owners of the taxis? So out of the options, you need to find out the best one. You can write the answer in the chat box. So as I told you, you can just very well eliminate the options. And in the previous question also, I just told you that there are two types of incentives. So you actually measure and accordingly you give incentives. This will be a positive intensive and negative incentive. Positive incentive and negative incentive. See, it's something like this. Say positive incentive will be like this that say in a company, if it is given that if an employee reaches office all the working days on time or before time, so he or she will be getting say 5% of his salary uh, more. That's a positive incentive, right? What is a negative incentive? Negative incentive will be that if an employee reaches office uh, late by 3 days in a month, so uh, so what will happen is he'll be giving salary cut of say 10%, something like that, penalty of 10%. So that's a negative incentive or a penalty, I can say. Okay, so these are the things which are important over here because there is a relationship over here with mayor, the taxi drivers and taxi owners. There is a relationship of agent relationship, right? Okay, now come to the options. Taxi owners who clear comfort inspection can charge higher rentals from the drivers, and the drivers with impeccable safety record can charge the same from customers. Right. So see this I believe it's quite difficult to making the things more complicated. Taxi owners will be charging extra from drivers, and drivers will be charging extra from the customers. Right. So this is too much and too much of condition. Impeccable safety record. So if safety record is impeccable, then only the driver can charge, right? Otherwise, so this is too complicated. The whole system is very complicated. So ideally, what will be the situation? The question is, which of the following options below in most likely to convince the owners, right? So this will be a very difficult as far as the convincing of of the owners are concerned because uh, impeccable safety record will be where that you have to find out. You have to decide what do you mean by impeccable, right? Is it that 1 lakh kilometer no 1 lakh kilometer driven, no accident, or is it 50,000 kilometer driven, no accident, and what? So all those things are there's a lot of complication over here. So this may not be a case. You need to look over here which are the following options below the most likely to convince the owners that owners will take care of comfort and safety, right? So that is there. So this may not be the perfect one. The taxis that clear comfort inspection can charge 25% above the metered rates. Studies have shown that the customers are willing to pay around 18% extra comfort. So 25% extra rate you put. So see, you put that, but what is the reasoning? What is the there will be some type of reason out in the whole process. There is no reasoning. Directly you are telling 25% increase kar do. Right? So if you are increasing by 20%, so that's okay, but it hardly matters. Studies have shown this. This does not give any impact because studies, whatever is done, is with some sample. Right? It may not be universal. Right? So there is no reasoning in the whole process. I can very well eliminate this. Right? Or koi action and so there will be uh, some measurement and then some actions. All those things should happen. If a taxi owner has a consistent record of comfort and safety, the government will subsidize the second loan. So this is also definitely out of the context because it subsidize the second loan. Now, what is the guarantee that the taxi owner will be going for the second loan? If he is going for the second load, then the subsidy will be there, right? So what if the owner is not interested for second load? So this is the definitely ruled out of the system, right? No way. Now taxis can charge 25% more if clear comfort inspection, okay, clear comfort inspection is okay, but anything else, however, owners of the taxis found compromising on safety will be jailed. Okay, that means there is a positive incentive given, 25% more, and then there will be a negative incentive given at the same time. मतलब ये बोल रहा है कि the example whatever I have given you, if you are coming every day on time or before time, you get 10% extra salary. If you come 3 days late in office, you get 10% reduction in the salary. So both the things are in place. So whatever you want accordingly you do. Okay. So this will be okay because the positive incentive is there and a negative incentive is there. But we need to check the option E also, right? Then we can find out ABC to rule out कर सकते हैं हम लोग आराम से, right? Because it's out of the system. The taxis that pass comfort inspection test can charge 25% more. That's okay. This is the same thing, right? Should they violate any traffic rule, this privilege will be withdrawn. So traffic rule के साथ कोई relation ही नहीं है. Traffic rule if they violate, so definitely they will be punished. They should be punished. There's no question on that. Traffic rule, if they are violating traffic rule, so they should be punished. There's nowhere connected with this safety and other things. So I can very well say this also can be ruled out because there's no connection with the traffic rules, right? So that means D should be the best possible solution for you. ठीक है? All right. So here you go. Your answer is option D. All right. Fine. Acha, so far, if you have liked the session, so please like, share, and subscribe this channel, and please click on the bell icon. Acha, my YouTube sessions are there every day at 5:15. Every day means weekdays. So previous year questions I do discuss and strategy for exams I do discuss, right? So now the decision making is on. At Unacademy, I have got special classes every day at 6:30 p.m. Monday, every day means Monday to Friday. So this is special class means these are free classes. So you can download the app of Unacademy and then you can watch my free classes, right? And if they are asking for any activation code, so you can use this code. This code is PRAY10. PRAY10 is the code. Okay. So this is the thing, and if you are already the student of Unacademy, so you can just follow me in that. So in the class, I have got these courses on number system courses there, number system 8 p.m. right? So and then complete QA for CMAT, TISNET. That is also another one is there starting from 29th, and decision making also the class is one started from 21st, right? So these are the different classes we have. Okay, so as of today, we'll stop now. Thank you very much for joining the session, and then see you tomorrow at 5:15. 5:15 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be talking about decision making once again. Right. So as of now, we'll be stopping for today's session. Thank you very much for joining the session, and please leave your comment in the chat box. Or it will be good that if you are liking this stream, right? So it will be great for all of us, right? And please leave your comment in the chat box. Okay. Thank you very much for joining the session, and bye bye, and all the best.